We're back here in Nigeria, where the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has admitted into evidence and played in open court a video recording allegedly showing Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, issuing directives to his supporters, which the prosecution claims incited acts of terrorism across the southeast. In the recording, Mr. Kanu said allegedly it is important to protect the lives of IPOB in the southeast. The day's proceeding commenced with the prosecution's second witness, who gave his evidence in chief before the presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho. The witness assumed the alias BBB to protect his identity and is a serving DSS officer with at least 20 years service with the agency. Counsel for the prosecution sought to tender before the court a flash drive containing what he described as one of Mr. Kanu's broadcasts and a certificate of compliance, along with a statement written by the accused sometime in 2021. Mr. Kanu objected to the certificate of compliance of the audio and video recording and told the court that he will give reasons as to why he's objecting at a later date. The court now has before it the recording device, a certificate of compliance, even as the defense objected to the admission, as the video was played in open court. Mr. Kanu allegedly was addressing his followers and was audible when he said, quote, his reference to the proposed entity as the blessed land of Biafra. He also announced the formation of the Eastern Security Network, where he urged followers to defend their land against what he referred to as domination by another tribe. Well, let's get more on this. Senior reporter Celestina Area joins me for more on this development. Celestina, a lot has happened, in court between yesterday and today, but bring us up to speed on the day's proceeding.
All right. So, as we all know, that our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, was in court today. Today being the 7th day of May, 2025. And by the special grace of God, he will also be in court tomorrow. Tomorrow is 8th, or will be 8th of May, 2025. Now, a lot of things went down in court today, right, which I'm going to allow you to watch the analysis. But before then, I took time to analyze or to get the information of what really happened in court today. And the summary of it is that the witness or the Nigerian government played a video where Nnamdi Kanu said that he formed ESN. Yes, that is where they now, base now, that Nnamdi Kanu formed ESN to do this, to do that, to fight, to do this and to do that. Well, let us start from this. Just a little analysis I want to give about this video before I allow you to watch the analysis they gave on, Arise TV. Now, you are talking about Nnamdi Kanu forming a security outfit, ESN. First of all, you ask yourself, why did he form it? You and I watching this now, if you be sincere to yourself, you will know that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu formed ESN was to protect our land from Fulani herdsmen, especially our bushes. Yes, just like what we are hearing today, that Fulani are everywhere, unaliving people. Yes, in the bushes in the eastern part of Nigeria, Fulani are everywhere, causing a lot of mayhem. So when Nnamdi Kanu was with us, when he was giving us broadcast, and Fulani came with that kind of tactics, they go inside our bushes, they unalive our mothers that go to farm, they go there with their cattle and commit a lot of atrocities. And so our leader deemed it fit to form ESN, to protect our land, to protect our forests, to protect, not to fight the government, not to, kill anybody. No. He formed ESN to protect our forests. He said that in his video. That he formed it to, use it to safeguard our land. But today, they are saying another thing, that he formed ESN so that they will be fighting government. Well, that one being aside, when I was thinking about this too, I remembered also the security outfit that was formed in the West. Yes, Omoteku. I hope you are aware of that. They formed Omoteku in the West. So who is asking question about Omoteku? Who formed it and why did they form it? Please, please, let us be sincere with ourselves. Let us be sincere with ourselves. You see, this kind of judgment where you bring, evidences or say things that you know that this thing is not, in all sense, it's not reasonable. But you just want to nail it so that, it will be that he is guilty. You and I know that if not for ESN, that Fulani would have done a lot of mess in Igbo land. Be sincere to yourself. You and I know that if not for ESN, Fulani would have, in fact, by now, maybe Anambra State will be, their worship center. Oh yes, there will be nothing like Anambra State again. And probably Imo State will be their headquarters. And of course, Enugu State will also be among, because they flew there. But ESN has, tried to keep them away from killing our people. Anyways, let me allow you to watch this analysis I made today, and then you see what is happening. And then we wait again tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow they will be there, and I'll be here live and direct bringing this to us. That is why I tell you to subscribe to this channel, because on this channel, I get you the information of everything that is happening. All right? So please do well to subscribe. But for now, watch this.
But let's get more on this. Senior reporter Celestina Area joins me for more on this development. Celestina, a lot has happened, in court between yesterday and today. But bring us up to speed on the day's proceeding.
Okay, well, Precious, the court today took the second witness of the federal government, who is an officer of the DSS and who has over 20 years of service. And he was codenamed Mr. BBB, just to protect his identity. As we recall, the court has earlier granted an order that witnesses that will come before the court to testify in this case will be shielded and will be protected. So today he tendered two material evidence, which is a flash drive containing video recording that was made, according to the witness, by Nnamdi Kanu, and also his statements that was taken from Nnamdi Kanu in 2021 when he was brought back to Nigeria from Kenya, and as well as the certificate of compliance. That certificate of compliance is what gives credence to the audio and video recording in terms of how it was gotten and its admissibility. The counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu had objected to this evidences presented before the court, but said that they will give their reason for objection later, so as to not to impede the process of the trial, to allow the trial to go on, but they will give their reasons at a later date. So the court admitted these materials as evidence, and the prosecuting counsel, Adegboyega Awemolo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, asked that the audio and video recording be played in court. It was played in open court through the devices in court, and Precious, I can say it was very explosive. And from what we could see on the recording and the video that was played in court, there's something in law called res ipsa loquitur, which is, it speaks for itself. And we are trying to be very careful with our narrative, because we do not want in any way to incite violence or incite Nigerians. So the defendant will have an opportunity to cross-examine the witness come tomorrow, because the court has granted a celebrated hearing in the case, which means the matter will be taken from day to day, just to expedite the process and also ensure that all of these things come to an end, because this issue has lingered on for over
and Celestina, interesting
in 2015.
Interesting you mentioned that, because I was going to say, look, it's good that now there is expedited hearing so that people do not lose track. But for those who have lost track of this particular case, it's dragged on for a really long time. Just in a minute or so, bring us up to speed on on all that has played out, what the trial is about, up to where we are now.
Okay, it started in 2015 when Mr. Kanu was arrested, and he was arrested by the DSS, put on trial, and along the process he was granted bail. And at that time, he was accused of calling for, he was accused of basically terrorism at that time, But along the line, he was granted bail, but the federal government said that he jumped bail. But Mr. Kanu, as at that time, put out a statement to say that he was fleeing for his life because his residence in Abia State was raided and he had to run. So in 2021, Mr. Kanu was rearrested. And we recall that issue of his rearrest dragged up all to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court has said that he was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, but that should not take away the fact that he should answer for the alleged crimes against him or the alleged offenses against him. So that brought us back from the 2015 to 2021 when he was rearrested. And the videos that were played in court today was the ones that Mr. Kanu allegedly broadcasted in 2020. So in 2021, he was arrested. He was brought back to Nigeria, has been in the custody of the DSS, and the issue had been before Justice Binta Anyanku. And at that court, we didn't record any progress of the case because they were from one application to another, from one order to another, to one interlocutory injunction, to one ex parte application, because counsel to Mr. Kanu, as at that time, had decried a lot of maltreatment of their clients, from him not having access to change of clothes and also access to medical attention. So because at the point in time in the trial, Mr. Kanu asked Justice Binta to recuse herself from the trial, that he didn't have confidence in her delivering judgment or justice. So she recused herself from the trial, and the case was taken to Justice James Omotosho, who is the current judge handling the case as of today.
Thank you so much, Celestina. That was, brilliantly done, packing more than 10 years or 10 years, into just a minute. Thank you, Celestina, for that update. Senior reporter Celestina live for us in Abuja.
57 years ago, Biafra Republic was declared by Odumegwu Ojukwu. 54 years later, the issues that led to the declaration of Biafra has not been settled yet. Instead, it has gotten worse. May the souls of Biafran women, children, men, and pregnant women that were starved to death in 1967 to 1970 genocide continue to seek vengeance against the Nigerian state. Until justice is served, there will never be peace for the wicked. Let it be on record that the genocide General Yakubu Gowon and the Nigerian state committed against the indigenous people shall never be swept under the carpet without repercussion. Congratulations to United Kingdom, United States of America, Federal Government of Nigeria, and Yakubu Gowon. It is 57 years already. 57 years ago, you massacred 5 million innocent men and children to keep Nigeria as one. You wasted 5 million Igbos for the Nigeria you and I are seeing today. But guess what? We are Igbos. We are unshaken. We cannot be broken. We are still here. You marginalized us because you want to make us weak, docile, and scared. You said as far as you breathe, Biafra will remain an illusion. You also said, instead of an Igbo man to become the president of Nigeria, let the rope holding the foundation of Nigeria collapse before your eyes. The creation of Nigeria in 1914 is only but a cost to the indigenous people, and these are the achievements of 1914 amalgamation so far. Lives perished, investments gone, and properties destroyed. Ojukwu knew that a day like this would come. In order to avert the unfortunate incident or for future occurrences, he asked for a restructured Nigeria. A restructured Nigeria that will permit each region to govern themselves and manage their resources while promoting autonomous society that fosters development and the maintenance of indigenous or regional resources geared at improving the lives of the people without external intervention. The Aburi Accord meeting was initially agreed by both parties. Gowon arrived in Nigeria, and the success of the meeting was truncated by Britain, the colonial masters. Ojukwu got frustrated. He declared the Republic of Biafra on the 30th of May, 1967. On 27 January 1968, Biafran currency pounds were printed by Odumegwu Ojukwu and was legal tender throughout the Republic of Biafra. On the 6th of July 1967, the war broke out. On the 13th of January 1970, the war ended and Yakubu Gowon declared or named the war "No Victor, No Vanquish" in order to promote reconciliation and healing, which never happened and never will it happen now. There was no healing, there was no reconciliation, and there will never be reintegration. May the soul of our internal leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, continue to find peace before God. If you are an Igbo man or woman, be proud of yourself, be encouraged, and always know this: the war has not ended yet. The fight is only getting started. I also want you to know this: the hatred they have for you is your strength, your hope, your voice, and your pride. And these are the reasons. The reasons why every tribe despises the Igbos is contained in this piece. Every tribe, which includes the North, the South, and the West, don't want to have anything to do with the Igbos. They don't want to associate with the Igbos. They don't want you to tag them with the Igbos. The reason is contained in this piece. It will surprise you to find out why the Igbos are the most hated in Nigeria. I know you are very anxious to find out why all the tribes in Nigeria are picking on the Igbos for no justifiable reason. Let's find out. First, the Igbo tribe is a unique tribe in Nigeria and Africa at large. Our uniqueness is what distinguishes us from other tribes in Nigeria because we are bold people, courageous people, fearless people, talented people, and most importantly, we are undefeated people. Our women are the most beautiful women in Nigeria and by extension, the whole of Africa. That is why some refer to us as angels that fell from the sky, probably because of our brown and white shining skin color. Our women are too beautiful to a fault and hardworking to the core. That is why men from other tribes in Nigeria always marry from Igbo land. If you want to have rest of mind, marry an Igbo woman. If you want to live long, marry an Igbo woman. If you want to eat good food, marry an Igbo woman. Igbo women are the best when it comes to keeping to the sanity and sanctity of marriage, adhering to the rules and regulations therein. Igbo woman has this natural or magical power of turning a poor man into a wealthy man overnight because she knows how to manage money, she knows how to make money, and she equally knows how to spend money. She carries that grace of knowing how to make money to her husband's house. Igbo woman stays forever with her husband in any condition or situation. For her, it is for better and for worse. Igbo men. As for our men, we have the most hardworking, ambitious, and lovable men from Igbo tribe. In fact, we are dragging our men with the women from other tribes in Nigeria. Every lady wishes to marry an Igbo man. The Igbos produces billionaires than any other tribe in Nigeria. Go and verify. Our beliefs. It is only the Igbos in Nigeria that criticizes their leaders. We throw our useless leaders stones and chastises them for their wrongdoings without hesitation. Our traditional rulers. Our Igwes are not left out of the equation. We ensure our elders speak in the interest of the people and not in the interest of their empty, hungry, bloated stomach. Unlike the other tribes in Nigeria who pampers their criminal leaders and protect their criminal traditional rulers. Our food. If you have not tasted Igbo food, you have not started eating good food, I assure you. Igbo women are the best cook in Nigeria and Africa, followed by Calabar and the others. If you have not married an Igbo woman, you are missing the sweetness of marriage. They know we are just too good. That is why they pick on us at every point in time. They took away everything from us, starved us in 1967 to 1970 genocide, gave our billionaires only 20 pounds after the Nigerian Biafran civil war, spearheaded by General Yakubu Gowon and his Yoruba counterpart, Obafemi Awolowo. But after all their plans against us, we still remain the most successful tribe in Nigeria. There is a saying that anywhere you go and you don't find an Igbo man there, run. Run for your dear life because nothing is happening. I will not be surprised if the Igbos can be found in Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, to mention but a few. We are special people. We are special tribe. We don't look like what we have been through. Anywhere you find the Igbos, give us some accolade and flowers. We actually deserve it and even much more. Igbo man turned desert to a fertile land. Do not underestimate the powerful power of an Igbo man. The other tribes in Nigeria survive with government appointment and government support. But the Igbos survive without government appointment and without government support. Because we don't depend on any motive for survival. The Igbos don't beg for crumbs. The Igbos don't lick people acts just to feed. The Igbos speak truth to power no matter who is involved. The Igbos don't settle for less, we go for the best. In Igbo land, every man is a king in his own family. We are progressive people. We are traders, that is one of our unique talents. When it comes to commerce and industry, we are first class. You can't compete with the Igbos. If you try, you must return as a failure, I assure you. Unfortunately, the Igbos develop swampy areas for ungrateful people that hardly appreciate our efforts. They always threaten us to leave their land because they are scared of us. They are envious of us. They know we are an embodiment of knowledge, power, skills, craft, talents, and passion. Feel free to do business with an Igbo man. Feel free to marry Igbo man or woman. Feel free to eat Igbo food, natural food. Feel free and accommodate the Igbos in your area or locality because our presence fosters peace and prosperity, double peace. Please stop the attack on the Igbos. We are the most hated in Nigeria, yet we develop our host communities. We are the biggest importers and exporters in Nigeria, but they deny the evils of seaport. Yet, it did not stop our movement of becoming the most successful and influential tribe in the whole of Africa. Stop the jealousy. Stop the envy. Stop the attacks. Stop the hate. Stop the gaslighting. You can't be like us. You can't taste what was swallowed. You can't survive what the Igbos survived. We are who we are because we remain a blessed tribe in the whole of African continent. I would drop my pen here to catch some breath. But always have this in mind. The Igbos have come to stay. No man born of a woman can wipe us away from the surface of this earth. The earth is big enough to contain us all. Let the Igbos breathe.
All right. So, you don't see them. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Of course, I'll be here live and direct tomorrow to, bring you all the update of everything that is happening. Thank you and God bless you.